Hi everyone, I am Dr. I. Shanmugapriya, Assistant Professor, Department of BWORK Networking and Mobile Application from PSG College of Arts and Science. Now I am going to share about operating system and its functions. Generally, what is computer system means it is combination of hardware and software means there are two types, application software and system software. So what is operating system means it is one kind of system software and is an user interface between user and computer hardware. So what is the operating system goals means it execute user program and makes solving user problem easier, and we can make the computer system convenient to use, and it uses the computer hardware in an efficient manner. Next one is the structure of computer system. It is a collection of four components. That is, first one is user layer, second one is application layer, third one is operating system layer, and the last one is the hardware layer. So each layer is isolated and only interact directly with the layer above or below it. Suppose if you want to add new hardware devices means we need not to change any changes on the applications, but we have to make changes on the operating system. For that you have to install new device driver that the operating system will use to control the new devices. Suppose if you want to add any new software application means we need not to make any changes on the hardware, but we need to make any changes on the operating system, and also user have to learn about how to use the new applications. Suppose if you want to make any changes on the operating system means we should make sure that both application and hardware will compatible with that operating system. Next one is CPU. We have to know about the general thing about CPU here. So CPU means it's the brain of your computer. It perform all the calculation. So in order to do its job, CPU need commands to perform. Here the operating system provides rules for how the informations get back and forth, and how it will be used by the CPU will be determined by the operating system. The next one is RAM, that is random access memory. Random access memory is a temporary memory which stores all the informations and instructions that is currently using by the system. And each RAM chip contains millions of address spaces. Each address space is the same size and it has its unique identifying number that is known as address. So the operating system provides the rules for using these memory spaces, and controlling storages and a retrieval of informations will be accessed or determined by the operating system. Device driver for RAM chips are included with the operating system. Next one is the function of operating system. It consists of 6 parts. It is 6 management. The first one is process management. Next one is memory management. Third one is file management. Fourth one is IO management. Fifth one security and protection, and last one is user interface. First we can go for process management. So process management, here process means program in execution is known as process management. So process needs certain resources such as CPU time, memory, files and IO devices to accomplish its tasks. So we can you can perform some simultaneous execution which is leads to multiple processes or parallel execution. If the processes are dependent domains, it is known as process synchronization. If the processes are independent domains, we can avoid overlapping in memory area. So based on the priority only, the operating system allocate the process to the devices. The next one is memory management. So memory management means here memory is large array of words or bytes, each with its own address. Here the repository of quickly accessible data shared by the CPU and IO devices will be maintained by this memory. So main memory is volatile storage memory, which means when the computer made a turned off, everything stored in the RAM will be erased automatically. Here, operating system is responsible for the following activities in connection with the memory management. So what are the responsibility of the operating system here is, first one to keep track of which part of memory are currently being used and by whom. And next one is decide which processors to lead when memory space become available. And last one is that allocate and deallocate memory space as needed to avoid wastage of memory. And next one is file management. So file is normally a collection of related information defined by its creator. The operating system is responsible for the following activities in connection with the file management, or it is used to create a new file and delete a file. and also it is used to create a directory and also to delete a file directory. And if you want to perform any manipulation on the files and directory, it will be performed through this operating system. And also it map files onto the secondary storage devices, that is a mapping between RAM and hard disk will be performed through this operating system. And last one is file backup on stable storage media will be performed through this operating system. And next one is device management. Device controller and device drivers are performing the main role in device management. So device controller are components on the motherboard. It is also an interface between CPU and the actual devices. And device driver means which are the computer operating system software component that interact with the device controller. So operating system perform following activities for device management are: it keep tracks of all the devices connected to the system and designate a program responsible for every devices known as input or output controller. Third one, it decide which process get access to a certain device and for how long. And next one is allocate and deallocate devices in an efficient and effective manner. And next one is security. Security is most important thing. So the operating system uses password protection to protect user data and similar other techniques. It also prevent unauthorized access to programs and user data by assigning access right permission. Access right permission means to read or write or execute to files and directories. So the owner of the information stored in a multi-user or networked computer system may want to control use of that information. Concurrent process should not interfere with each other. And the last one is user interface mechanism. So user interface control how you enter data and instruction and how information is displayed on the screen is known as user interface. Mainly there are two type of interfaces. First one is command line interface and next one is graphical user interface. Command line interface means each and everything will be entered through the text. So if you want to perform any cut, copy, paste operation, you have to enter the text, that is known as command. But in the graphical user interface, you interact with the menus and visual images to perform any task. You need not to enter any commands in the form of a text. Here you can click on the images or icons. Some popular type of operating system. There are three type of operating system: desktop, server and mobile class. Desktop, Windows and operating system X, Unix or Linux operating system, Chrome operating system. In the server side, we can use Windows Server, Mac OS X Server, Unix or Linux Server. In the mobile class, we can use Android, iOS, Windows Phone. Thank you.